What is going on, freelancers? Death here, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite storm builds. I call it the Hover Gunner, and it's basically a boss melter. I'm sure everyone has seen those videos of interceptors dealing 200, 300, 400,000 damage. There's videos of interceptors dealing up to 1,000,000 damage with one hit. The thing is, they have to sacrifice a lot of their components as well as having to do a lot of things in order to output that damage. For that, I'm bringing you my Storm build. This can deal just about as much damage, if not more, and definitely more consistently without having to sacrifice all the components or without even having to do as much work. Let's kick things off talking about the components. The main thing here is the Gunslinger's Mark. Increases gear recharge rate by 50% and lowers gear damage by 20%. Hovering increases all weak point damage by 60%. This is the cream of the crop when it comes to this build. You definitely gotta have it. Then we have Symbiotic Surge. Increases javelin armor by a large amount. Increases all damage by 50% for 10 seconds when picking up a repair pack. This is a fairly new component, but overall is really nice, especially if you can get that damage boost doing a boss phase. Then we have the Amulet of Winter. Increases ice damage by 5% and ice effect by 5%. Applying ice effect increases weapon damage by 20% for 20 seconds. Mark of Ruin increases fire damage by 5% and fire effect by 5%, while L1 recharges R1 damage increases by 40% for 20 seconds. Then we have the Tome of Precision, increases electric damage by 5% and electric effect by 5%. Sniper Rifle weak point kills increase electric damage by 60% for 5 seconds. Last but not least, Sniper Rifle Ammo. Adds specialized storage for enhanced Sniper Rifle ammunition to increase damage by 15% of base damage. And on top of that, I got some really nice rolls on it. Now, these are the main components that make up this build, but that doesn't mean that the extra added rolls I have on every single one of my components is what you want to aim for. So I'm going to break down what you want to try to get. First off is damage. Full character damage, so make sure it has the little javelin icon. After that, you want to aim for weapon damage. That's pretty much right up there. After that, you're going to want to go to crit percentage. If you can get crit boost on any of your components, you're good to go. On top of that, pickup range and pickup amount is also very important because you're going to be up in the air, so this will make it so you won't actually have to go to the ground to pick up most of the things you'll usually need to survive or to fight. Now, for your support seal, I highly advise Quickening Field. Not only does it give you and your teammates the 20% gear recharge rate bonus, but on top of that, you can pull it off anywhere. Even if you're in mid-air, you can pull it off right on top of you, giving you the bonus, something you can't do with the wind wall. Now, the weapons are the main part of this build. You're going to want to get yourself a close encounter heavy pistol. It doesn't even matter if it's legendary. Matter of fact, as you can see, the rolls on this are horrible, so it's going to be easier for you to get a much better one. Now, what makes this weapon so good is that when you dash, it increases weapon damage by 75% for a solid 10 seconds. And those 10 seconds are vital because they give you the opportunity to pop off your whole magazine on this, your Wyvern Blitz. This is going to be the main source of damage for this build. It has Raptor Sense. Hovering while firing increases weapon weak point damage by 40%. And on top of that, I have a God roll, dare I say, so it does increase damage. You do not need a God roll. Matter of fact, you don't even need it to be legendary, and you will still output tons and tons of damage. When it comes to your focus seal, I like Chaotic Rhyme, simply because it just recharges so fast, so you're always able to freeze opponents. This is very nice because it's also a single target ability. The fact that you can freeze anything from most bosses to small minions, it's very, very nice. When it comes to your blast seal, it really depends on what you like to use. Some people like fire, some people like more crowd control. Me, I like Ponder Infinity, simply because it deals so much more damage when you're hovering, and it just flows really well with this. What I would advise you go for in here, apart from the basics, is gear recharges. You only have one hit of Ponder Infinity, so if you can get 100% charges or even 200% charges, you'll be great in the battlefield. You'll have 2 or 3 hits of Ponder Infinity, which is pretty much overkill if you're trying to take down shields. And that's about it when it comes to the abilities, to the seals. As you know, rolls are very important. You're going to want to go for damage, ammunition, gear recharge speed, pickup amount, pickup rate, and all these type of things that will make hovering and fighting a lot easier. That's everything I have to share with you guys. But just talking and giving you stats is not enough for me. I want to show you how this build actually works. So I have about 3 or 4 testing runs. I went out and I said, okay, my build is done. I want to see how hard or how amazing or how simple it is to use. So here it is. All you got to do is go into the battlefield, freeze an opponent, and you're already dealing incredible amounts of damage. And the best part about it is that there's so many variables that can actually have you dealing more damage. For example, I didn't use my dashing ability in here from close encounter to give me 75% more damage. On top of that, if I would have picked up a repair kit from the ground, I would have done 50% more damage. So overall, you can see how the damage can easily increase and deal crazy numbers per se. Now, I know everybody thinks the spider from Tyrant Mind is beyond easy, so here we are in Grandmaster 1. All these tests have been done in Grandmaster 1. We're facing off against the War Titan. We have 5 bullets in our chamber, and I want to know if we can actually take a Titan down with 5 critical hits. So if I don't deal a critical hit, it doesn't count. Let's see how much damage we can actually do. As you just saw, 1 bullet in his weak point did 200,000 damage. Another thing that I really like about this build is the fact that, well, it's very mobile, it's very fast, you don't have to reload constantly, and you don't have to do that much. As you can see right here, I'm not trying to freeze the Titan, and I'm still doing a crap ton of damage, so it's pretty straightforward. Use my gun, close encounter to dash, and then use my Wavering Blitz to deal crazy amounts of damage. Nothing crazy about it, and if you have an interceptor on your team and he happens to use his, mark, it'll have you dealing crazy amounts of damage. So overall, this build is an incredible boss melter, and it'll have you looking like a beast, as you can see right here. Nothing in Grandmaster 1 and most things in Grandmaster 2 are beyond easy. I'm talking about you can one-shot most things in Grandmaster 1, you can one-shot to two-shot most things in Grandmaster 2, and when things get crazy like with bosses of this type, you'll still be doing a crap ton of damage. So that's about it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on this build, if I can make anything better, if you can make anything better, or if you have a better build, or if you want me to do other builds. I have builds for every single javelin except the ranger at the moment, so if you want to see them, let me know in the comment section below. For now, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Your boy Death Gun, out.
Even the way it died.